Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A missing teenager found safe. Police say 16-year-old Tasia Keaton disappeared from a facility for at-risk youth in Dearborn Heights. Today, police confirmed she was found with a 62-year-old man who is now in custody. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Let's take you through a timeline of events in the disappearance of Tasia Keaton. So police say she ran away from Vista Maria on West Warren. That was on March 14th.
And then she was last seen on March 17th on surveillance video at a gas station near the area of Beach, Daly, and Joy Road. And today, Dearborn Heights police found her in that older man's apartment at Warren and Inkster.
Erica Erickson has been following this story since last Wednesday. Erica, you've talked to the chief today about how they found her.
Yes, and the chief of police here in Dearborn Heights says tips from the community played a massive role in helping to find 16-year-old Tasia Keaton. And federal investigators, they were going through all those tips, and that's what led them over to that apartment at Warren and Inkster. Now, let me give you a little bit of this backstory here. Basically, Tasia, she had been missing since March 14th. She ran away from Vista Maria. As we've been reporting, it's a facility for vulnerable youth, and she'd already been a sexual assault and trafficking victim. And it's believed that since Tasia had run off from the facility, she'd been sexually assaulted and seen with at least 2 Johns, older men, and had been staying with that third man, that 62-year-old man in that apartment that police say is in custody right now. There are also 2 active investigations into a former male staffer of Vista Maria for allegedly sexually assaulting another teen resident and Tasia before she went missing. Police say they're working to get more information. That's one of the other reasons. Not only do they want Tasia safe, but they needed to talk to her about what allegedly had been going on. Now, her family, of course, everyone incredibly relieved that she's safe. Her family says they're also angry.
Can you just describe what it's been like since she went missing for you and your family?
Stressful and heartbreaking, not knowing anything.
Everything that's been brought to light to us, we are going to follow up, and as soon as we get really good information and there's enough to submit a warrant on these individuals or the staff members, whoever it is, we will be submitting warrants.
Tasia's family says one of the reasons they're angry is they said they did not know that Tasia was missing until a few days after. They said Vista Maria did not tell them, but they are very thankful to law enforcement. We do have a statement from Vista Maria that says, in part, quote, "Our thanks go out to many law enforcement agencies that worked hard to find her, especially the Dearborn Heights Police Department. Vista Maria stands ready to support Tasia and her family in any way we can in the future." There's a lot more to this. We're going to have more coming up on Local 4 News at 6. We also have details at clickondetroit.com. For now, reporting live, Erica Erickson, back to you.
Okay, Erica, we appreciate it.
Michigan lawmakers are deeply concerned about the impact tariffs could have on the auto industry. Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Congresswoman Debbie Dingell are meeting with auto industry leaders to answer some questions. Let's go live to Victor Williams. Victor, the dealerships aren't talking, but state leaders, they're saying a lot.
Oh yeah, they had a whole lot to say, and it's something because it certainly feels like this tariff turmoil is basically just fluctuating day by day. It's leaving these state leaders as well as those in the automotive industry to wonder what's going to happen next.
Obviously, this impacts everyone in Michigan when this important industry is in such stress.
The eyes of the world on Michigan as state leaders meet with reps from multiple dealerships all across the state amid President Trump's tariff war that's expected to send car prices through the roof.
What we've got to work for is stability. We've got to give the car companies, the suppliers, the dealers, the certainty that they need. You cannot run a business in chaos.
Right now, there seems to be more questions coming from those in the auto industry than answers.
What's the future of electric vehicles? What's the future of hybrids? What's the future of ICE production? There are more questions than there are answers right now.
Even though we were not allowed inside of the conference room during the discussion, Local 4 had the chance to speak to both Governor Gretchen Whitmer and Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, both of which were insisting constant tariff changes are doing more harm than good.
This tariff policy is hurting our businesses, which means jobs, which means quality of life for all of us.
With many considering the auto industry to be the backbone of the American economy, Governor Whitmer says it's a major concern for the potential domino effect that could follow through.
We know the saying that when America gets a cold, Michigan gets pneumonia. We are the tip of the spear in a lot of ways, and indiscriminate auto tariffs are going to impact jobs. It's going to impact our economy.
Both leaders now want the president to step in with more consistency.
All the changing tariff policy and the lack of definitions and the lack of an articulated goal are contributing to the uncertainty that all businesses are feeling.
Now, Whitmer says she understands the goal of bringing back that American manufacturing, but she says for that to be achieved, that things must be carefully planned and then strategized. Live tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Yeah, uncertainty and business do not go well together. Victor, thank you.
A live look tonight at the Vatican, where the first of tens of thousands of mourners began filing into St. Peter's Basilica to pay their respects to Pope Francis today. His Holiness will lie in state for 3 days before his funeral Saturday. During this time, Catholic cardinals from around the world are converging on Vatican City in advance of the conclave that will elect the successor to Pope Francis. Favorites have emerged, and once the conclave begins, it likely won't be long before a new pope is announced. And one of those candidates is a Michigan native. We're talking about Cardinal Joseph Tobin, the Archbishop of Newark. Before climbing the ranks of the church, he grew up near the corner of Verner and Junction. Local 4's Shante Passmore is live with how the feat would be groundbreaking for the city and the United States. Shante.
Hey, KG, this would be groundbreaking because, of course, we've never seen an American pope. Well, why? There's some concern that America's influence could possibly creep into the church. But if that was to happen, then an altar boy who used to serve here at Holy Redeemer, some say he may have a strong shot.
Could this Detroiter be the next pope?
We're very proud of him.
Cardinal Joseph Tobin is the Archbishop of Newark. To family and friends, he's simply Joe, the oldest of 13 kids raised in southwest Detroit off Campbell Street.
He does a great job. He's extremely humble, and he's there to serve the people. And that's the way he's been since he was an altar boy at Holy Redeemer.
Tobin's introduction to the faith began at Holy Redeemer, a backdrop for his baptism and education. I sat down with author and retired journalist Patricia Montemurray, who's written about the Catholic Church in Metro Detroit, including Tobin.
Do you think that we could have a real shot here in seeing the first American pope, and that could be Cardinal Tobin?
I think of all the American cardinals, he would be the most suitable candidate, the most appealing candidate.
The multilingual cardinal spent years as a missionary traveling the world while crisscrossing Latin America. Families say he met the man who would become the people's pope.
They kind of are cut out of the same cloth. Very humble, just want to be with people, and they want to help. And that's what you saw with Francis.
The pair became close confidants as the late Pope promoted Cardinal Tobin several times, including his current position, who's just as passionate about immigration and inclusivity in the church like Francis. But he's not your typical cardinal, as seen here in this New York Times article, powerlifting with a do-rag. During his time at the Vatican, Detroit's son always wore his Motor City sports apparel. Whatever may happen, his family believes the cardinal will serve the church and community wherever he's assigned.
My parents would be very, very proud. Yeah, they would be.
Yes, they would be very proud indeed. The Cardinals family tells me that he is flying out to Rome tonight after just hosting or holding Mass last night. And the family also says this will be his first conclave, which is, as you already mentioned, the selection process of the next Pope. As for Holy Redeemer, it is scheduled to host a Mass to honor the memory of Pope Francis. We're live in Southwest Detroit tonight. Shante Passmore, Local 4.
Really nice. Okay, Shante, thank you. And if you would like to watch Saturday's funeral for Pope Francis, we'll carry it in its entirety live on Local 4 and Local 4 Plus beginning at 4 a.m.
Other news now. A jury has been selected to hear the trial of a former Grand Rapids police officer charged in the death of Patrick Lyoya in 2022. The 14 jurors, including 2 alternates, were seated before noon today. The jury includes 4 men and 10 women. Christopher Schur faces second-degree murder in the death of the 26-year-old. The trial is expected to start next week. Schur faces life in prison. All right, let's get a check on the forecast as the warm-up continues. Here's a live look in Southfield as the warmer temperatures are moving through Metro Detroit, and a warm one we had today.
That's right. So let's get over to your forecast.
Ty and Kimberly, we are looking at these showers that are starting to pop up here in southeast Michigan. We even had a thunderstorm that was firing up in Monroe County that is now over in Lake Erie or over Lake Erie. Now, for the rest of the evening, it is going to stay very mild out there. We still have the chance of a few of these scattered rain showers moving through over the next few hours. And a Zach Trek 4D will show that these are mostly light, but a stray thunderstorm is possible. You might even hear still a rumble of thunder if you're near the downriver communities or near the shoreline of Monroe County. Now, here's what we are seeing right now. That warm weather is still with us. We're at 77 at Metro Airport, 74 in downtown Detroit and in Mount Clemens. But as you go near the shoreline of Lake Huron and even along the shoreline of Lake Erie, it's a little cooler because we have those winds that are coming off of the lakes that onshore flow. So we will have that warm weather tomorrow to this evening. It is very nice out there, but make sure that you do have an umbrella just in case you come across one of those spotty showers. That full forecast just a few minutes away, guys.